follow me on Instagram, if you're a member of my newsletter, or if you follow my YouTube channel, which you obviously do, then you've already seen the video that reveals the cover of Every Time He Dies. Now that I have finally revealed the cover, isn't she beautiful? I'm not sure where the image is. Now that I have finally revealed the cover to you, I decided it was an excellent time to make a video where I answer all of your questions about Every Time He Dies. Now, before we get to today's questions, I'd like to remind you that if you haven't already joined my email newsletter, then you should really consider doing so. In the lead up to the official publication of Every Time He Dies, I'm going to keep saying that, I will be running giveaways, competitions, and other exciting events for all of my followers on all of my platforms. However, everyone who joins my email newsletter will gain early access to all competitions, giveaways, and special events in addition to seeing exclusive content from the novel itself. As if that wasn't enticing enough, you'll also get a free downloadable copy of my workbook, the Writers Kickstarter Pack, How to Start a Blog and Get Published. If you haven't joined my email newsletter already, please consider doing so. The link is below. Now, on to your questions. I've been talking about this novel for a really long time on my blog, but I've been pretty careful in how much I've revealed about it. As a result, y'all want to know what the plot is. Every Time He Dies is about a woman, Daphne, who finds a watch that is the same design as her deceased boyfriend's, only it's haunted by a ghost with amnesia. While she's trying to uncover the ghost's identity, she becomes involved in her estranged father's homicide investigation. The core themes of the novel are grief, time, memory, identity, and of course, family. Many of you have also wanted to know what genre it is. Speaking generally, I would say that it's a mystery novel, but if you wanted to get super specific, I would say that it is a soft-boiled crime novel with paranormal elements. Hopefully that's not totally off-putting. Who is the target audience? The target audience is adults aged 18 years and over. This book is for anybody who loves mystery, crime, or supernatural stories. Some of you have also wanted to know where the novel is set. Every Time He Dies is predominantly set in Queensland, Australia. My protagonist predominantly lives on the Sunshine Coast, but the book moves between the Sunshine Coast, Brisbane, and the Gold Coast. Can you tell us more about the characters? Sure can! Every Time He Dies has 3 central characters, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to focus on the primary protagonist. Daphne Lawrence, also known as Daph, is a 28-year-old woman who lives on the Sunshine Coast. She is scientifically minded, very practical and literal, has a dry sense of humor, and she loves gardening. Daph was initially studying to become a forensic investigator, but then her life took a hard turn. Her parents got divorced, her mother was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and then her fiancé died in a terrible car accident. What can I say? Sometimes life sucks. It was at this time that she had a falling out with her father. Having cut all family ties, Daph leaves her native Brisbane and moves to the Sunshine Coast, where she becomes an apprentice embalmer at a funeral home. A couple years pass, but Daph has never dealt with her grief. The only thing Daph has succeeded at is isolating herself. One night, Daph is dragged to a meditation circle by her best friend Peter. And this, my dear friends, is where Daphne's tale really begins. Some of you have also wanted to know what other books my book is like. None. So there are no comparisons. My novel is completely original and it is unlike anything else that has ever existed. That being said, you could probably say that it's like Lauren Bukas's Broken Monsters. If you need a TV comparison, I would say that Every Time He Dies is a mashup of Sons of Anarchy, True Detective, Bones, and with a dash of Ghost Whisperer. Just just a little bit of magic. Basically, it's got motorcycle gangs, moody cops, psychic badasses, a dry leading lady, and a ghost who is experiencing an identity crisis. Does it contain sex or violence? There is one kind of kiss, but there's no sex in this novel, though there is a little bit of sexual tension. In terms of violence, I'd say it's pretty low grade. Put it this way. If you can watch Sons of Anarchy, True Blood, or even Bones, you'll be totally fine. However, it is a crime novel, and there are 2 scenes where a character experiences sexual harassment. So, if that is a trigger for you, consider yourself warned. When will it be published? I'm so glad you asked! Every Time He Dies will officially be published on Tuesday, November 5, Australian time. Every Time He Dies will be available in paperback and ebook. I'm currently looking into audio too, but don't worry, I'll keep you posted on that. Will the novel be available for pre-sale? Yes, it will! Every Time He Dies will be available for pre-sale in September. Be sure to join my email newsletter and to follow me on social media for the specific date and to keep an eye on all the juicy exclusive competitions I'm going to be running in the lead up. Where can I learn more? I'm so glad you asked! As I mentioned at the start of this video, everyone who joins my email newsletter will receive updates and notifications about the book before anyone else. This includes information about competitions, giveaways, and early access to novel content. Of course, all the same information will be shared on my social media platforms, but my newsletter subscribers will receive this information plus free content and giveaways before anyone else. To join my email newsletter, please click the link in the description box below. Or you can go directly to my website, taraeast.com, and fill out the pop-up box that pops up when you open the website. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you love the cover as much as I do. Me and Jessica Bell Designs worked really hard on this design, and I'm just absolutely stunned. It's exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much for watching again. If you're not following me already, you can find my accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Please make sure you join up to my newsletter and grab your free copy of the Writers Kickstarter Pack. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.